But Trump has said over and over and over again he doesn't believe in the polls. He stands up there at all of his rallies and says we're doing great, and all he can see are the people in the room at that point. But he started losing women when he fat-shamed Miss Universe 46 minutes into that first debate, and when the tapes came out, he lost the rest of them. And now he's losing men. His rallies are getting smaller, yet he somehow feels this is another Brexit. Now, up over our shoulders, now those of you watching on Facebook Live, of course, can't see that. That'll be added in as post. Clinton leads in the battleground states, and she leads by big. There was a Washington Post survey monkey poll that came out yesterday. New Hampshire, she's up by 11. Virginia, up by 11. Now, Virginia was a swing state. Barely went for President Obama. Michigan, up 8. New Mexico, up 8. Colorado, which was also a swing state, barely went for President Obama, up 7. North Carolina, which went for Mitt Romney.
That's amazing.
She leads by 6 in this poll.
That's incredible.
She leads by 6 in Pennsylvania and by Georgia, and they're 4 in Georgia. Now, Georgia's been flip-flopping back and forth, but what the hell is Georgia even doing on that list?
That's amazing, isn't it?
Nevada up by 7 means the Democrats could win the Senate seat that everybody was certain the GOP was going to win, because that was Harry Reid's seat. He's retiring. And so everybody said, well, that will certainly flip because it's one of the redder of red states. But no, it's coming back. And look at where we are. I mean, if you look at the seats where people are now in trouble, Marco Rubio's in trouble in Florida. Colorado and Virginia, they were both toss-up states. They're safely in the Clinton camp. And look where Trump leads, and this is all before the debate, up over our shoulders again. Trump leads in Iowa by 5. He's always led there, but will he hold that? That's the narrowest margin he's had so far. According to the Washington Post, he's ahead by 4 in Nevada, but other polls show Nevada swinging back. Ohio
and this
up
is
by
before
3.
the debate.
This is before the debate.
That,
yeah,
underline that.
Arizona up by 3. Texas up by 2. Florida up by 2. And now, can you imagine if the Democrats turned Texas blue?
I just can't imagine that.
Most thought that was 8 years away as a possibility because of the changing in demographics. You were having more Hispanic voters.
So Texas is genuinely in play then?
Texas is genuinely in play. There was one statistic earlier this week where Travis County, which is where Austin is, which is where the state house is and the government is based in Austin, Texas, was set up in such a way that we had a majority Republican state for more than 30 years, 20 years. 1992 was the last time Texas even had a Democrat in a statewide office, and that was our good friend Ann Richards as governor. But now, look at this poll. Donald Trump, 41, Hillary Clinton, 38, Johnson and Stein aren't even factors at 4 and 1% each. Can you imagine if he wins Texas? Another state, Wisconsin. Paul Ryan, Speaker of the House, Reince Priebus. Everybody thought that because of the industrial craziness, all right, you had a very strong chance for Trump in this Rust Belt state to do well. He trails by 12. At least according to the St. Norbert College poll that's showing up on our shoulders. Nevada. Hillary Clinton is up by 7 in Nevada. We've squeaked out victories as Democrats in that, for years, but everybody thought that this was a real danger for the Democrats, that they would not only lose the presidential electoral votes, but they'd lose the Senate. But the big shocker, John McCain in serious trouble in Arizona.
That's
Ground
amazing,
zero of the immigration debate.
I mean, it didn't do him any good. Distancing himself from Trump from that poll.
Well, it initially worked out well for Republicans who distanced themselves, but then there are others who have had some difficulty. Now, we've had some issues with the way in which polls have been put together, and we've had a real dilemma, but right now it's looking like a lose-lose situation for any Republican. If they distance themselves from Trump, Trump's supporters raise holy hell and go against that Senate candidate or House candidate. If they support Donald Trump, the rest of us go after him. So, I mean, imagine
what can I
trying to stand in that situation.
I mean, what's interesting is how Clinton and her team is shifting, attacking towards those Republican senators and representatives and all the rest of it, because they clearly believe they are in it to win. They are winning, and Trump actually knows that probably as well, even though he's got a screw loose. That I don't see. Do you see any way of him coming back?
No, I mean, he's done, because he's like Velcro. Okay, if they disconnect from him or try to move, they're done. And if they stay with him, the Democrats Velcro him right onto their side through attack adverts and everything else. Now, right now, SurveyMonkey and Washington Post put Clinton at 304 electoral votes. Now, you only need 270 to win, and Trump at 138 for certain. Now, back on the 3rd of October in ukprogressive.co.uk, I predicted that she would have 352. Now, that was 17 days ago. I think she will exceed 400 electoral votes. She will.
Well, that's
win.
a landslide.
Oh, it already is a landslide at 304. I mean, she's already got it. That doesn't include the swing states that are still out there. She's going to take all of those. The GOP, I predict, is going to lose the Senate. And I said
the House?
in my article that we'd come close. We'd fall 2 seats short. But now, after last night, the accumulation, the sinking of our Titanic, I think they could take the House. This could be as big a victory for the Democrats as Reagan's second, where he won pretty much every state except the District of Columbia, I think, in Massachusetts, and LBJ in 1964 over Goldwater, to whom Trump is often compared as a very, very poor candidate.